It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, wherever you're watching us across the world. I'm super delighted to welcome you to another educative and insightful episode of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, my name is Adejare and I'm your host here on Property Matters. Property Matter is a real estate YouTube talk show where we give you an extensive and of course elaborate information on everything you need to know about real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, we have updated playlists addressing different aspects of real estate here in Lagos, Nigeria. Do well to subscribe, share this video, turn on the notification bell. You never can tell that one of these videos can help a friend or a loved one not to make a terrible real estate investment decision. And I'll see you immediately after the short timeout. Don't go nowhere. Yo, welcome back. Like I said, do well, subscribe and share. So today I'm going to be talking about cheap lies that real estate investors fall for. I'm going to be talking extensively on those empty promises that some real estate development companies and of course real estate marketers use in marketing properties to you, and sometimes those things turns out to be lies. Now, when they want to sell real estate to you, people come with well-crafted information, well-crafted, oratory, captivating appearance, and the likes. And of course, these words sometimes sweep us completely off our feet, and we think that we have bought heaven, not knowing that everything is more or less like calling kettle pot just for you to buy. So, what are those cheap lies? The first lie that has been used, that even I myself have fallen for, is when the developer says that they are going to provide 24-hour power supply. The reality here is that nobody in Nigeria presently is experiencing or using 24-hour power supply. It's a fallacy. Even the developer that is promising 24-hour power supply is probably using a generator or a well, standardized solar inverter in his house. So you should know that when they promise 24 hours power supply, basically it's just like a way of promising heaven and earth, and of course to get your attention, like I rightly said before. Before I went further into this episode. So you need to understand basically that Nigeria is currently experiencing power outage, and then we pray that this issue of power outage become history. But when they promise 24-hour power supply, except the developer is Amen Estate or any other estate on the island, that obviously is just fallacy. More importantly, those who are selling lands in Ekpe, even some places in Ekpe and K2 don't even have pool. They don't have electricity pool. So where on earth will the 24-hour power supply come from? Will it come from the ceiling or will it come from heaven? The marketers and of course the real estate developer promising that should be in a better position to explain that to us. The next lie that is also used that real estate developer, real estate investors fall for, is when they say the estate is going to become a fully power solar estate. And apart from some top real estate developers in the real estate market, more importantly those in the Ajah, Ademola and some parts of Lekki, even the solar power is not 24 hours, because you see, most of this solar is a power supply that is being controlled and regulated by the sun. So most developers can't afford the solar. In fact, some of the development fee that you will use, that they are collecting or charging from you, the real estate investor, some of these developers cannot even buy a complete solar panel, not to talk of buying a battery and inverter. So sometimes when people make promises like this, it is very important that we are rational. We think widely, and we evaluate their statements before taking them for their words. Now, there are some real estate development companies that can do that, but if it's not an housing project, a place that is already residential, and they are promising you a fully footed solar panel, that obviously is also another lie that should not fall for. The third lie that is being used, to build that is being used to sell real estate is when they are saying we are building a tech hub, a golf course, and realistically, I've seen a developer in Epe basically right now that larger percent of the lands are being converted presently now to farming. And someone is saying, I'm building a golf course, a tech hub, for crying out loud. If you want to do a standardized tech hub, no private individual can single-handedly do that. If you are building a tech hub, you are obviously doing that with either a partnership with foreign firms or banks or any other estates that or any other investors that are probably interested in the estate. So you need to understand basically that when real estate, those selling lands below 2 million, 3 million are promising you tech up, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you that is one of their their games, or one of their mind games, their lies, just to captivate your attention and to make you buy. So you need to understand that you don't even need a soothsayer to tell you that somebody selling land of 10 million is promising you tech up. It's promising you golf course. You know how much it is used to even construct golf course. So these are some of the things. The person is not Laco Elite. The person is not Peak Resort that just presently did his own golf course. Another random developer selling a promising you golf course and take off. That obviously is a fantasy, and please don't fall for that. And basically, when they give all these promises, they are trying to beautify the estate, give you an imagination of what it will look like, and basically most of those people selling those places are just selling to raise funds. They don't have the intention of doing anything meaningful there, so please don't fall for that. The next lies that I don't want real estate investors to fall for is when they say we are building a smart estate where everything is controlled by the push of a button. Inside the bush. Now let's be realistic here. If they make a smart estate where everything is controlled by the push of a button in a place that is not already residential, in a place where there is no demand, even you yourself, realistically, you should begin to ask yourself question. If they build that smart estate, now who will use it? Basically, these are the fundamental questions that I want real estate investors, to look at. Don't just fall for those things. Now, if there was a real estate developer that said he was going to eventually build a long tennis court in that place, and I remember when the real estate investor, I didn't sell the place, someone sold it. So I got talking with the real estate investor, and he said, okay, can you accompany me to, let's go and see our our lawn tennis club. That, of course, this particular real estate developer actually delivered it. Now the thing is that it's not about the delivery, it's about the usage. And when we got there, we found out that sorry, I'm on live TV, I should not be laughing, but it's quite funny. I found out that that long tennis court that was built has been covered with bushes. So basically, for those that will deliver those facilities, number one, they won't deliver quality. You should know that, because they know that nobody will use it. And for those who doesn't have the intention, it is quite sad, it is quite unfair for real estate developers to be promised what they know is unrealistic. So you need to understand that. So if somebody saying you want to build a smart estate where everything is being controlled with the push of a button, my dear real estate investor, it's also another fallacy. Please don't fall for it. Now, there's also another lie that is being used when they are selling real estate investment to you. And of course, like I said, they use this lie just to captivate your attention. They say this estate will come with good road networks, drainages, perimeter fencing. Basically, those that is obviously like a national anthem now. Everybody, even somebody that is starting real estate development for the first time, is promising good road network when the person is not federal government. The developer is not federal government, the person is not Lagos state government, and is promising you good road where there are some places that they are not even accessible. There are some places that their paths are very, very difficult to navigate. Why? It's because of the fact that there are some places in Epe where most of the roads are rocky. There are some places where the roads are hilly. There are some places where the roads are are muddy. Now, when when a marketer comes and says the developer is going to provide good road network, now the first thing you need to do is look at the subscription form sent to you. What has the developer charged for the development fee? Because it is out of the infrastructure fee that will be used to construct the supposedly good road. Now they are promising drainage. Now the truth basically is that no developer will do drainage in Ekpe now. That's just a fact. Number one, larger part of Ekpe is not prone to flooding. Number two, larger part of Ekpe, is not prone to incessant rainfall. Larger part of Ekpe is rocky. Most of the places are hilly. So, in fact, when the marketer says the developer will provide drainage, you should know it's also another fallacy, which is not now for the honest ones, okay, the ones that have they have the fear of God, okay, that will not want to hit your development fee. The maximum which most of them will do is what we call earth road, and it's so sad that this earth road will not even cover the entire plot. Many of them find it extremely difficult, okay, to even create pathway to your plot. So somebody that is doing a pair, okay, that is doing Omu, that K2 axis, that is doing Igbonla, even the access road to Igbonla is bad. So yeah, a developer is saying he's going to take the role of government, okay, to do access road for where in a land that is below 2 million, in a land that is above that is selling for 4 million, all inclusive, and wants to do with money. So these are some of the fallacies that you need to know. So the maximum you should expect when you're buying most of those land for land banking in Ekpe basically is that now there are some that have delivered, but when you check their development fee, they are not charging cheap. But what you should expect basically if you're buying Ekpe is basically a perimeter fencing, and trust me, that fence will not cover the entire estate. That's the reality. Number two, a gate house. Now some of them can even be generous enough, okay, to put solar panels, street lights. Some can also be fair enough, be considerate enough, and they will paint your wall. Now if it is a land banking investment in Ekpe, don't expect beyond that, because the more you raise your hope and your expectations, if you are buying land banking in Ekpe, is the more you keep getting disappointed, because most of these guys are only selling to raise funds. They don't have development plan for that area. They're just selling just to make money and do projects. So these are some of those things that you should put into consideration. So in some places of good road, the maximum you see is maybe they just do the road of the entrance of the estate for the place to look very fine, very beautiful, so that you will not say, they have shocked my money. Or you see that they've done road, but the road will not pass some some length and some axis. Some are generous enough, they will plant flowers. Some will do some real estate developer. Now, because the thing basically right now is that there is competition in the industry. So whoever has the biggest gatehouse, the biggest fence, the well decorated, gatehouse and entrance, and putting all these aesthetics into the estate has the ability to captivate more attention. And I don't really know why real estate investors fall for this. Somebody is doing an expensive gate in a land that is bush, and you say it's working. Well, it's your own decision and your own conclusion anyway. Now the final one basically is that when a developer that is selling a pet is promising you supermarkets, is promising you gym, gym inside booth, who will use gym? If they put supermarket there, who will go into inside bush to go and buy to go and buy product? Sorry, I'm laughing, but these are some of the lies, and it's quite unfortunate that real estate investors are still falling for all these schemes, all these lies. So these are unrealistic developments that I'm very certain that some real estate developers will not do, because right now the development phase in the industry has not gotten to Ekpe. The kind of developments that real estate investors are looking forward to, that they want to see in Ekpe, in the phase and the time for it is not now. I'm not undermining any real estate development. I'm not undermining the worth of properties in Ekpe. What I'm saying basically is that we should not raise our expectation to a place whereby when the developer fails to deliver it, we get extremely disappointed, and we begin to call all of them scammers or this. No, don't just raise your hope. Just buy, like, okay, I have a property. When the place develops, okay, I can sell. This is what I'm going to draw to this curtain of property matters. Do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and of course, if you have any inquiry or anything you like regarding to real estate investment in Lagos, our number is below the caption of the video. Contact us and we'll be super glad you did. See you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.